With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Nifty move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 84 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Jackson. Short one there, caught by Likely. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
9 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Option play. Here's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And they'll have their, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Right. Too humble. So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Milton. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
To throw, it's Milton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right right at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Dallas.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down and 6 now.
Second down 6 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Milton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down at the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. So here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Oh, look at the juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Nice move. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A little juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Milton. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Throwing is Milton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now Milton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
A gain of 31 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Madden there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Milton. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Milton. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play action. Now Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds, just past midfield.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10.
The Ravens at 3 and 2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Baltimore.
Well run. This is Jordan Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Jackson now. Sets up the screen to Robinson. A beautiful fake. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 4.
It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets us up just shy of the 15. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ravens 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He stiff arms it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action now. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That one into the hands of Flowers. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. Here's a screen for Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. On target to his man, Likely. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there. Catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Milton. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off-play action. Milton. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That's another Cowboys.
Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now second and 5. Looking to throw. Milton. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short, and with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. The frustration going to set in as that is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Milton, as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Boy, shifts past him. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw, it's Milton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have the Cowboys first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And he'll keep leading on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here's Milton now to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 46.
And back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this deep, has got to be priority 1.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Milton. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, cameras find him looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Handoff now to Robinson. And he powers his way up past the 30. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. It's a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the box?
Here he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Malik Neighbors, 70 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. To throw is Milton. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Milton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That is caught by Lamb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
2nd and goal from the 1.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. It makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they floated into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He juked him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped.
He's got him in, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Luther Burden, 73 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Ravens 20.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Milton. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 20. And the Cowboys first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them and trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
20-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He'll try to do it himself. A quick feet by Jackson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
21 yards. That's good for a Baltimore.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Luke now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Handoff to Robinson out of the shotgun. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll start with the option. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3rd down and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Cowboys.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Cowboy first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Opposite him on the Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Able to avoid him. And they start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
18. And the Texans first down.
This is Cruz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
It'll be Cruz here on the carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
31-yard line.
Then I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. 2nd and 5.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
On the ground, it's Cruz. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Titans 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On play action, Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw is Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
That's good for the Titans. First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 39-yard line.
And hauled in here by Rivera. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the
Now
20-yard
Ward.
line.
That's to the tight end, Helm. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Ward. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
1st and 10 at the 20.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And the Texans, first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air once more is Dart. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kirsten Logan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
for a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 23 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that has operated at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about everything.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much hope to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Now Dart. Pickens on the slant. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and
Working out of the gun is Dart. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Dart. That is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, this is exactly what they talked about. Let's make the play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Dart going to look to throw here.
This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. George Pickens, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? The one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And the Titans first down.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And to get one right there, that shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
18 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Titans first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Titans.
Throwing is Ward. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere DK, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cruz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses home or out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To throw is Dart. Got an open man, it's Pickens. Here's second and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. As the Titans select.
Up the middle they go. It's close. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there and have and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 43.
Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First down, Tennessee.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off play action, Ward. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Titans first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. To throw is Ward. Outright, he finds Tolbert. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 13.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards is the pickup, and the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll run with Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Big number 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Ward. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Houston set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cruz. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing his dart. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the left side. It's Cruz. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's a quarterback sneak. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard.
Throwing now, Ward. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
from the gun, Ward. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
To the air, Dart. Completes this one to Pickens. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rivera. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The Titans, first down. A gain of 7. First down, Titans.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's 2nd and 10. Ward to throw once more. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another.
Ward now working out of the gun. Right back to Tolbert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And this is Malik Neighbors. He's going to find an opening, and he's off to the races. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Cowboys improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons at home to take on Washington. And this is Jalen Lane. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Commanders get just their 2nd win of the season. They improved to 2-4. One more to tell you about real quick. It's up in Minneapolis. It's the Vikings hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's Caleb Williams. Everything's going his way so far. One of 3 first-half touchdown passes. The Bears looking to get back to 500 in the early part of the season. They've got the lead at the half. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action with Ward. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
That's complete to DK. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And the Titans
throwing is Ward. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. This pass out wide to Hall. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
The 6-yard line.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now Ward, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get out with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Dart. Got a man. It's Collins, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
And the Texans First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
That's another Texans.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
16-yard line.
Now a give right side. Cruz. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's good.
Well, now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Ward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw is Ward. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now Ward. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Ward. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart.
Cruz has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up third down.
They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves when we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
First down, Titans.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
To throw, here's Ward.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down.
And he'll find Hall. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing now, Ward. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
1 yard gain.
Looking to throw, Dart.
Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw is Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dart.
It's complete to Cruz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
At the 37-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. That brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cruz. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 168 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On first down, Cruz. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cruz. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Finds Pickens out right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Dart will throw it on third and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Out of the gun, Ward. He's got Tolbert working the sideline. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 30.
They go play action with Ward. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Ward on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Titans first down.
On play action, Ward. And hauled in here by Rivera. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Ward. Going right side here, and that's taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. Ward. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rivera. Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Again, it's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cam Ward, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Looks good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Dart. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this pass broken up. The contact, well of time there, and now 4th down.
Formation for the Texans.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Titans take over.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Ward throwing to start the drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Ward. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on first down. Cruz. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31.
On first down, Cruz. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cruz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 199 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the gun, Ward. And now here's another interception. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Cruz. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.